Hi, I'm Jim, and talking in front of the camera is not my comfort zone. I'm more of an introverted, visual and sound-oriented person, and I find spoken language challenging. And given all that, what am I doing here on YouTube? I'm here to offer my story and encouragement for anyone who is experiencing deep suffering that continues even after awakening. From a young age, I suffered through decades of relentless, crippling depression. I felt hopeless because I thought I'd have to find a way to live with and manage depression for the rest of my life. When I discovered non-duality, I thought I'd finally found the answer to my suffering. And while I had my share of profound spiritual experiences, eventually I always wound up back in my misery. I couldn't understand why this kept happening. Was I doing the teaching wrong? Was I a spiritual failure? Although I tried the best I could, it was so confusing to me why the teaching didn't resolve my unending despair. And even though depression robbed me of so much living, it has been my greatest teacher on this journey. It kept me honest. Despite consciousness expanding experiences, I could never fool myself for long into believing I'd arrived at any kind of lasting peace. At a certain point, I had to admit that self-inquiry by itself wasn't able to penetrate my mental illness or darker shadow aspects. And these are two examples of the limits of this teaching. On this channel, I talk about combining non-duality with shadow work because this is what ended decades of severe depression for me. It wasn't until I combined these two teachings that I found true freedom. I'm here to share my story with anyone who feels trapped by depression or other lingering negative experiences that non-duality alone doesn't seem to resolve. When we combine non-duality with shadow work, one teaching from the East and one teaching from the West, it's a profoundly beautiful journey. And yes, we face many unpleasant and frightening places within ourselves. But here's where we find love and compassion for our whole being. This leads us to the genuine, lasting peace we're searching for. I cannot express how much this has transformed my life. It led me to true freedom, and this is what my channel is about. So welcome everybody. Let's take this ride together.